Oh boy, let's keep the foolish, funny train going with some more weird laws from New England states. This week it's going to be the top 5 weird Connecticut laws. So this is 4 of the 6 states here. And each one seems to have some laws that I can't believe these are real and on the books. Obviously, I don't think they're all enforced really strictly, but still, the fact that they're there is crazy. If you want to find stupid laws for your own state, you can go to the website stupidlaws.com. That's one of the sites that I've gone to find the laws for the different New England states. I'll link to them in the description of the podcast if you need to go and see what your state's all about. And make sure if you haven't to go back to the other podcasts and hear what the other states' weird laws are so you can laugh. As with these lists, there are some honorable mentions to kind of get your mind working. And these have been hard to narrow down what's an honorable mention and what's in the actual top 5. But honorable mentions for weird Connecticut laws include, in New Britain, it is illegal for fire trucks to drive faster than 25 miles an hour, even when going to a fire. Also, you can be stopped by the police for being on a bike going 65 miles an hour or faster. There is also a $1 fine if you frown in public. That sounds like something out of the Twilight Zone episode with the kid that can read minds. Also in Connecticut, it is illegal to intentionally release more than 10 helium-filled balloons, so don't do any crazy gender reveals. And finally, on the honorable mentions, it is illegal in Connecticut to see a UFO, so keep your eyes closed at night just in case. So those are the honorable mentions. Let's get into the actual top 5. These are in no particular order, and we're going to kick off the craziness with number 1. In the city of Hartford, it is illegal to educate a dog. Now, I couldn't find if this meant teaching them tricks, sit, roll over, or if you're trying to teach them how to drive a car or paint the house. So is it something like you're walking your dog in public and the dog has to misbehave just so it's not suspicious? I can't figure out why this would be an issue to have a dog that was smart, unless they thought you could teach the dog to go into a store and steal stuff for you. So no educating your dog. Number 2, also in the city of Hartford, it is illegal for a husband to kiss his wife on Sunday. It doesn't say anything about girlfriends, mistresses, secret other families. Only for your actual wife that you have documentation that you're married to. You cannot kiss her on Sunday in Hartford. So if you don't want to break the law and you're jonesing for a smooch, drive to the city limits and have at it. Again, this sounds like a law from the 1860s. A time when showing your ankle was considered so scandalous, so no kissing your wife in Hartford on Sundays. Unbelievably, we're going to have a trifecta here. Number 3 in a row from Hartford. It is illegal for you to cross a street while walking on your hands in Hartford. How did this even become a law? Were there people walking on their hands crossing the street? Was that a big epidemic, a problem in Hartford? Or did one person do it once as a joke and get hit by a horse and buggy and they said, all right, we got to outlaw that? And what if it's like a wheelbarrow? Someone's holding your legs and you're walking with your hands. Does that count? Because you've got someone helping you, so you're not technically walking on just your hands. What do you think the percentage is of people in this country that can walk on their hands, period, let alone cross a busy street walking on their hands? So 3 straight foolish laws from the city of Hartford. Luckily, we'll move on from there as we get to number 4. In the town of Waterbury, no beautician can hum, whistle, or sing while working on a customer. It's basically wash the hair and shut up. That sounds like the movie Footloose, except with singing. Like there's all these hairstylists that are going to break out into song while they're doing people's hair. And all the crusty old people come in and say, there's no singing allowed in Waterbury. Were there complaints from customers that some of the hairstylists just couldn't sing and it was horrible and they needed to just get their hair done in silence? Or could they not hear the TV or the music playing over the system? I'd love to know the case that made some of these laws go into effect. But yes, no singing, humming, whistling while working on customers in Waterbury if you are a beautician. And finally, last but not least, number 5, it is illegal to walk backward after sunset in the town of Devon. I don't know if this is you take 3 steps to back up because a car is coming and that's considered breaking the law. I don't know if you could moonwalk since you're not walking backwards. Your feet would be on the ground at all times. I don't know if it's legal to walk on your hands after sunset in Devon. Maybe that's better. Are there police out patrolling with the sunset time on their phones? And if they see someone walking backwards after that, it's slam them on the hood of the police car. It's another law in this series that is so random and so specific that you just wonder what caused it to be put into effect. Maybe someone was walking backward and knocked somebody in the street and they got run over. They said, all right, no more walking backwards. But there you go. Another top 5 weird laws. This time it's the state of Connecticut that we are laughing at, laughing with. Have you heard of any of these laws? Please tell me you haven't broken any of these. I would think educating the dog is the one that would be easiest to break. Walking on your hands, walking backward, all this stuff is illegal. But we're getting near the end of the top 5s for the New England state. And check out stupidlaws.com to find out what kind of foolishness is on the book in your states.